Hey, you guys. I see 5 of you are in here. Say hello. And on the podcast side, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Well, it looks like you got just me. Trish and Keisha are working this weekend. Well, Trish is on vacation. She's on vacation with her husband. Her husband's birthday was this month, and Keisha is working. So we're all going to be back together next week, but you got me. However, if there is a person who wants to go live, I actually can drop a link if you want to get on and chat with me, and we can chat with everybody else. Hey, Honey Smile. Honey Smile, would you be open to chatting live with me this morning? Drop a yes or no in the comment section. Hey, Nina. Good morning. Good morning. It was a crazy week, wasn't it, guys? Especially, I would say, Bold got crazier in the end of the week with the custody situation. And then Young and the Restless was good this week. For me, I would say. Okay, you want to do it? All right, I'm going to drop you the link. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Okay. Click the link and then I can bring you in. Brooklyn, would you like to come in with Honey Smile to go live? Let me know. And then we can go ahead and get the show started. Did you get the link? All right. So let me do a formal introduction and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Welcome you guys to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we'll be recapping both The Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful. This is for the week of February 6th through February 10th. And yeah, it's crazy. And normally what we do The Young and the Restless first, and then we do The Bold and the Beautiful second. And then we have a flip the script segment, and then we'll also do Who's Taking a Seat. Okay, Honey Smile, won't let you in? Okay, hold on. Let me give you a different link. Give me 1 second. I'll let you come in on the podcast side. It's easier that way. Okay, hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, I'm going to copy the link. All right, here you go. Let's try it this way. All right, try that. And see if you just have to type in your name and it should let you in. All right, so let's go ahead and get on this particular subject of The Young and the Restless. So for the week of February 6th, we have for Y&R, Sally scheduled a paternity test but decided not to tell Adam about her pregnancy until after she received the results. Daniel fired Phyllis. Victoria insisted Nate be in on Newman plan to take over McCall Unlimited. Jack blasted Kyle for colluding with Victor, and Adam announced he was leaving Jabot. All right, so let's see. And let me know if you can get in, Honey Smile. Let me know. All right. Okay. So let's start out with this paternity test. All right. Now, with this paternity test situation, I mean, I feel that she should have. Oh, there you are, Honey Smile.
Hey.
Hey, welcome. I can. Oh my God, it's so great to have one of my viewers on. How are you?
I am doing pretty good. I am on mommy duty, of course, but I'm just trying to relax in a long work week.
Okay.
Good to talk with you guys. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm running solo today because, like I said, Trish is on vacation, her husband's birthday this week. Oh my God.
Oh,
Javoris. Okay. Welcome, Javoris.
hi, Shubhara.
Hello. Are you, are you there? Okay. Well, hold on one. Oh, okay. He popped out. Whoever that was, they popped out. Okay. So yes, Keisha has to work, and Trish is on vacation with her husband. So it's gonna be
Oh,
me.
that's understandable.
Yeah. So it's gonna be me and you today, and then everybody's in the chat.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I'll
So,
do my best. I'll
uh,
do my best.
yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, what did you think about the whole storyline with the paternity test with Sally and Nick and Chloe, and they're trying to keep it from Adam? What do you think about all that?
I am so annoyed with Chloe. I'm like, doesn't she have two kids? Doesn't she have a whole man at home? And she is like, she's extremely invested into what's going on with Sally.
I know.
And that was just very mind boggling to me. And then I'm like, Nick, you have a lot of kids by now. You have two grown kids, and then you have a child that belongs to Adam, and then now you're putting you're too old for this. You're putting yourself in a paternity situation. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I just, first of all, she decided to have this so-called, excuse me, so-called goodbye sex with Adam, just to
Just
make,
one more time.
listen, just to make sure that there was no residual feelings left over, right? And then she just kicked him to the curb. And then she just kicked him to the curb, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
And I understand. But then maybe she shouldn't be trying to get herself involved in a relationship if you have residual feelings and you need to sort them out. I mean, she literally went from one set of brothers to a whole other set of brothers.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, and like you just said, Nick got enough kids.
And he should be a grandfather at this point because
Oh,
he has like Harrison is like his grandson in a way.
exactly. Nick actually has, um, wait a minute. Okay, so he has Noah, he has Summer, Faith,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's already
Yeah,
got Adam's son, which is Christian. It's
that's a
like,
lot of
yes, a
kids.
lot, right? Yeah, Jenna, I'm totally over this Sally story too. Hey, Jenna, did you want to come up with me and Honey Smile? You can go live with us this week. I'm running solo, so I got Honey Smile on the line with us. Jenna, if you want to come up, you can. So let me know if you want to have some, because I know Jenna always have a lot to say in my comment section too, just
Oh
like
yes,
you.
she does. I love these soaps. So I've been invested in them since like I was like a young kid. I'm in my 30s now, but I I agree with her. I'm really over the Sally storyline. At first I didn't like the fact that she even transitioned over to the Bold and Beautiful, but I know you're struggling with storylines, and we'll get to that too. But I don't really, at this point, I really don't see her purpose as being on Y&R besides her being caught between two men. That seems like the transitional storyline for some of these women.
Right.
Um, I just don't understand. It's like, why is Nick and Adam constantly fighting over the same women?
I know,
There
right?
was Sharon, and then what's her name? Um, who was Nick's
Okay, look at it like
wife that
this. You
passed
had,
away?
because Nick and both Adam and Nick was with Sharon. Both Adam and Nick was also with Chelsea. Remember?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she was also with Chelsea. I mean, he was also with Chelsea. And then who else was it? And now we got Sally. It's like, can get your own girlfriend now. They did say that with Heather coming to town, Heather and Adam is supposed to connect up again.
I completely forgot. I he cheated on her with the guy lawyer. I remember.
Right.
I they had like threw Adam just just across the wall. They just threw so much at him. Like, just leave this man alone. Let him have some form of happiness.
I know, right? Hey, Nana.
Hey,
How are you?
Hi, Nana.
I'm good. How y'all doing this morning?
Good, good.
Lovely.
What do you have to say about the whole Adam and Sally and Nick thing and this paternity?
See, I never liked Sally. I didn't like her when she was on Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick and tired of her. Sick and tired.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what they need to do with her, but she got to move on. I mean, you either love Adam or you love Nick.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
she's gonna love the baby. But you know what? She went from Spencer to a Newman, so now she has a Newman baby. So she finally came up with got her rich man.
Yeah,
For now. For now.
Listen.
She may not even finish the pregnancy for now.
Well, you know what the interesting thing is, ladies, is that everywhere that Sally has been in a relationship, it always has been trouble. Even when she tried to, because she tried to come in between the Spencer boys, she almost got under rubble with Liam, remember?
Yes.
And then the whole Wyatt situation, she had that issue with faking to be sick and all of that, and kidnapping Flo, and then you come to Genoa City. Now you got this stuff with Summer, and then now it's the whole thing with Adam and Nicholas. It's like this girl is trouble everywhere she goes. I was a Sally fan because I liked Sally and Nick together last year. But ever since, yeah, I'm over it. I am so over it now.
Her character is just misplaced. She was better suited for B&B because she's a fashion designer.
Right.
But what is she gonna do in Genoa City?
Well,
like look at buildings and go from man to man.
Well, right now they have her going into interior design or something with Chloe.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's like, I don't know. I just don't like the fact that Nick he involved himself in this situation. My thing is, Sally wouldn't have had that job over at Newman Media if it wasn't for Adam. Seriously.
Yeah.
And go ahead. What were you about to say?
Oh, I agree with you. I feel like Sally, for Nick rotates his women. And let's just be honest, he goes from Sharon, Phyllis to new chicks. So he already left Phyllis, he's with Sally now. I'm really thinking this baby's going to be Adam's, and then he's going to somehow make his way back over to Sharon, because that's just been his pattern for over 25 years now.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm just, you know what? Who do you think the baby belongs to?
Adam.
You think so?
Adam. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I why don't they just go ahead and just go ahead and get this over with? Now, my other issue with this storyline is Chloe. Chloe just needs to mind her own business.
For real.
She got 2 kids of her own and a man that she never speaks about, which I understand. But still, I mean, you have all this other responsibility. How do you have time to go all the way to Sally and be so involved in her life? And even Sally was like, leave it alone. You should have left it alone. It's like Sally filled in the spot for Chelsea.
Right.
Because you never really hear about her and Chelsea. They were like like stuck to the hip, and now it's Chloe's BFF.
Yeah, yeah. Chloe gets on my nerves. That's why if you guys listen to my recaps, I call her Cuckoo Chloe because she's irritating.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your thoughts on Chloe, Nana?
She's just melon. She's melon. And she always can't just have a friend. She has to take over their life. You know, I mean, that's not what friendship is about.
No.
Keep your opinions to yourself.
Right.
Mind your business.
Exactly.
You know what? I think she got some underlying. You know,
Oh boy.
Okay, who's
I always felt.
first of all, hold on. Introduce yourself. Who are you?
My name is Durant. I'm Durant Andrew.
Oh, okay. What do you have on the soaps?
What was the question?
I said, what do you have on this storyline with Sally?
I always felt that Sally, since even on Bold and the Beautiful, when she got, when the building fell on her and Lil, they all that Bold and the Beautiful should have put them together because, even so now, her storyline with Adam and Nick is like nothing compared to what she had in like 2017 and 2018 when she and Lil was, and she and Lil was trapped in that build, and that building fell on it.
Exactly. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, she's been troubled from day one. Sally's middle name is Trouble.
Yes. I think they're trying to find a role for her. They don't want to get rid of her as an actress because she's a good actress.
She is.
She's really good. But they just not sticking her in the right places, and that's on the writers.
Right.
I mean, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
But they have to get that right.
Yeah. I you know what? I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. Yeah, I was so disappointed when they broke up the whole Sally and Adam situation because I thought at this point they got it right.
Yes.
And then they messed it up.
Yeah.
Now what were you about to say?
Also, the writing on the show is they're not making her character interesting.
No.
The only thing that the writing is just so, I don't want to say pathetic.
Okay, Duran, do you have YouTube on in the background? Because we're getting the echo back. So if you can still
Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
turn the volume down on the YouTube side so we won't get the back sound.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there you go. Much better.
I always felt that the writing on the show never ever suited, her acting, It's like Courtney Hope should be nominated for Best Supporting Actress and moving up to the lead actress. But they're making her, but they're making her the younger, the younger,
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
Right, I got you.
Emmy Award.
Yeah, they're trying to make her appealing to the younger demographic, I guess. Is that what you're saying?
The writing.
Right, exactly.
I don't mind. I don't mind that because I don't think that she been in the business for less than less than 10 years. So I don't mind that, but with her, with the writing and with her, with the abilities and everything, with her acting abilities, she should be moving up. Be moving up and
Right.
be.
Uh-oh. Are you there? Did you mute yourself? Okay. I don't know what happened. He was talking and then he got disconnected.
She needs to be more of a stronger actress.
You think she need to be more of a stronger actress?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
You have her being a nuisance, but that's not on her. She's acting. What they're giving her to do, she's acting because most people hate her. But she's doing her job. Yeah, she's doing a job.
Yeah, she's doing a job. Yeah, exactly. Now, you know what? Let's talk about another storyline. So Daniel fired Phyllis this week. Do you think he was right in firing Phyllis?
She keep forever getting fired by her own kids. I can't even say poor Phyllis. Phyllis should have like a whole stack of money between the divorces, the alimony settlement, her selling for business, getting a business, to not have to worry about working underneath her kids.
I know.
So I just don't understand what she's gaining from all of this. She herself is a whole grandmother,
right,
and have nothing to show for it. So it was well deserved. If he needs to have like his best foot forward, she's still stuck on Diane. We would have thought she was the love interest, but I honestly feel this was the best decision for Daniel, because his mother has a lot of screws loose, but they're also not trying to work to get her some help to try to do that. All he did was suggest some self-help books. Like, that was
yeah,
that's absolutely true.
Yeah, what do you think? Go ahead.
I felt that Phyllis should be. You don't think that Phyllis should be like she should have like her own, company. Because she should have enough money. She should have enough money in all of the brushes that she done had. She married Jack? Then she married Nick like 2 or 3 times. Then I'm just saying. She should be like where Hamilton Winters is. Have her own company.
Well, remember she did have her own hotel. She sold it trying to get up under Diane. What do you think, Nana?
I'm a Phyllis lover.
I know, you and Trish.
She had a very defined role. It's like now the writers got her being a dingbat. She's a pain everywhere. Even her children turn on her, and I really don't see where they're going with that. Phyllis is a very intelligent woman. She don't need none of them men. She might have used a lot of them, but she don't need them. And I'm like, why is her kids? I'm not for the kids turning it bad on her. I don't care what she done wrong. That's your mother. You keep reaching out. You keep trying to fix it. You do something, but not your mother. And I'm like, why the writers got her going from pillar to post like this? Why is she can't seem to land nowhere? She was fine with that hotel. Why did she have to sell it to that them dingbat Lily? Why did she do that?
Yeah, my thing is with Phyllis is that she also has to take accountability for the actions and the problems that she create, because the thing is that she the one that brought that Stark guy back to town. She went against the Dark Triad or the Coven or the Three Stooges, whatever I used to call them, which was Ashley and Nikki, because they didn't want to go that far, and she took it upon herself. She called that guy as soon as he got out of prison and told Stark exactly where she was. And this guy is showing up at the Abbott Mansion. He's showing up over at Jabot, and she didn't have to bring that dude to town. I mean, all she had to do was just let it play out.
Yeah.
But Phyllis was egging it on. They told her to back off, because what did Jack do in the end of it? Even though he was stupid, but he ended up being with her at the end of all of this. So everything that she done, including straining the relationship with her daughter, all of that work was for nothing. Because her and Jack
I wouldn't say it wasn't for.
Go ahead.
It wasn't for nothing because I feel it's actually a good thing that her kids did turn on her. Because it shows like how far her actions have gone to where her children can't even see their mother the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is more so trying to give her corrective action. I don't think they turned on her completely because Summer still wants to have an interaction with her. I think they did. They just can't be in the same business together. And I think it's the same way for Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
But she has to, they're trying to give her some form of accountability, whereas the other adults around Phyllis have just kind of written her off as like, this is part of who she is. This is her personality. She can't be stopped. And I find it really funny how she was the main one trying to hold that torch, and then Nikki and Ashley was just like trying to egg it on, and then when Stark came back, they just wanted to wipe their hands clean. Ashley flew on a plane. Nikki just went back to her house with her husband. and poor Phyllis, I won't say poor Phyllis, but Phyllis ended up losing more, but I feel Diane is eventually going to screw up once again, and I can't wait.
Oh, you know that's definitely you know that's going to happen. This is going too easy for Diane at this point. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom is going to fall out of that whole Diane situation.
There's a whole lot of build up to say, I told you.
Right.
You know, come on now.
Right. I also wanted to say with Phyllis, and what did you think about her taking that trip to Portugal to talk to Heather and Lucy without his knowledge? Because that pissed him off.
Yeah. He should know his mama by now. Daniel should know his mama by now. You're not gonna stop her. She's gonna do what she wants to, and it's nice that she's taken initiative to go see and spend time with her grandchild that she never mentions.
Yeah, I gotta say it's good to have, because that also bring up rumors of Sheila Carter, because remember Lucy is Sheila Carter's granddaughter. So somebody was saying that they're going to tie that into that there may be a possible crossover coming. I don't know. That would be interesting. I would love to see that.
That would be an epic storyline to bring, like put Sheila and Phyllis back as rivals again. That would be explosive for YNR. They really should consider that.
What did you think, Duran? What do you think about that? Is he still there? He might be on. Are you on mute, Duran?
I'm right here now.
Okay, so yeah, I can hear you now. What did you think about that?
I felt that Phyllis should have just minded her own business. Nothing, I don't mind you taking the trip, but if you're trying to get, two grown folks back together, you should mind your own, business. I'm just saying, as a man, your mama is trying to put. Sorry. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I felt that Daniel should have hopped on the plane and worked out his own, worked out. If he wanted to get back with his wife or daughter, he should get on the plane. He should have got on the plane and headed to Portugal. But if he didn't want to, that doesn't give you the right to go and see, that doesn't give you the right to go and fix Daniel's pop.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's all I felt about the situation.
Gotcha.
I don't mind you going to see the granddaughter, but if you're trying to fix, you're trying to get, if you're trying to get that man back together with his wife, no. That's not right.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so pretty much, I guess he's saying, it's one thing to go see the grandbaby, but trying to get up in the personal business is out of the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you.
What'd you say? Who was that? Bria? Was that Honey Smile or Nana?
I think it might be Honey Smile.
Go ahead, Bria.
Yeah, I was saying, I said I agree with that. This is where Phyllis needs me. Actually, let me say this. I don't like the fact that they have like thrown like some of those random storylines at Michelle Stafford.
Right.
This woman right here can give a performance. She's been doing that for over 20-something years before she left over to the other show. Mm-hmm. And then she came back. And for what? She is kind of giving like these softball story. I don't like the direction they have Phyllis going. Because my favorite Phyllis after Michelle had left was Gina.
I like Gina too. I like Gina.
Are you talking about Gina Tatiani or something like that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was really good. She was really good. Her and Jason Thompson had a lot of chemistry together. I really like Phyllis and I forgot Billy.
But go ahead and finish what you were saying, Bree.
I absolutely loved that direction because it was like a whole transition for that Phyllis. Like she had went on. I feel her and Billy had amazing chemistry. They're both kind of like fire starters, but they have like the same Arrested Development. So it's meshed.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel she grew up a little bit, and then we lost Gina, or they fired her to bring Michelle back and bring her back to what?
Exactly.
There's really no storyline for her.
Nope.
Nothing.
Let me ask you a quick question before we move on to another storyline, you guys. What about because she had that whole storyline where she was with Nicholas, right? And then when that whole thing happened last year with Jack playing cat and mouse, or both of them playing cat and mouse with each other, she sabotaged that whole relationship with Nicholas to hopefully get with Jack that never happened. What do you guys think about that?
I honestly feel, and a lot of people may or may not agree, I feel once Phyllis grows up, she would be better suited for Jack. Yeah. I don't mind her. It was okay with her and Nick 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I feel at the age that Phyllis should be at, and it's the stage where Jack should be at,
mm-hmm.
if she grew up, she would be better suited for Jack. Mm-hmm. I feel he calmed her down. I feel that he helped kind of mature her in a way, but Phyllis can't be tamed. That's why she can never keep it
there. Gotcha. Now, what about you, Nana? What do you think about that?
I love Phyllis and Jack together as well, because she's a much more mature actress now. And I don't know about so much being tamed, but I think that Jack respected who she was.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't have to be tamed, but I just love the two of them together. And I don't know how she got haywire like she is now, but they need to rope her in some. I just need to bring her
in. Okay. And what about you, Duran?
Phyllis and Jack.
Yeah.
I always was a big time when I was growing up. I always was a big time Phyllis and Jack fan. Because at that time my grandmother was into the soaps, and we said I'll be at her house and we'll bond by watching some Y&R.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a big time Jack and Phyllis fan. And when I think about what they did last year, I'm like sneaking behind Nick's back, and then you bring back Diane Jenkins, and they didn't get together at all. They didn't stay together. I'm like, it's too confusing now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it's I don't know, but I know we started on this because of the fact that Daniel fired her. It's going to be interesting to see what direction they take Phyllis in after this. I mean, I thought at one time they were going to try to put her with Tucker, but then Tucker is.
That would have been refreshing.
What'd you say?
I said that would have been refreshing.
Yeah, but then Tucker is also sleeping with Audra. He also is trying to get next to Ashley, and and Ashley will be back next week. So, I don't know what they're gonna do with Phyllis. All right, let's move on to this whole thing with Newman's plan to take over McCall and including Nate in on this. I like this type of stuff. I'm good. I enjoy a good espionage storyline, a hostile takeover. I like that type of stuff. So, what do you think about the Newmans trying to take over McCall by buying all his debt?
I mean, it's something. I'm not understanding why Victor is so invested. This man is rich. He should be well retired by now. I mean, how much richer do you want to be? It actually makes me wonder why Ashley is coming back. It makes me wonder if she's actually in the end, going to be the one taking over Tucker's company, if not Devon. Because I don't see the Newmans winning this battle, buying up all of that. Something's going on in the background that they're not going to notice. And I feel that's where Ashley might come in, just to get revenge on Tucker.
Okay. What about you, Nana?
I don't see the Newmans taking over his company either, because that darn Nate gonna mess up something.
Well, I think it's Audra.
He already messing up kissing on Victoria. That's a no-no.
Well, here's the interesting thing, because I know next week Audra is going to reveal the plan to Tucker of what the Newmans are doing, and Nate is going to be pissed.
Yep.
So I don't know if I don't know if that could drop a bombshell in that whole situation, but hey, that's gonna be interesting.
He might even be without a job.
Yeah,
Victor ain't having it.
Yeah, Victor.
He'll be without a job, but this man is still a doctor. He's gonna land a job somewhere.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is, because that brings up this whole dynamic between him and Victoria. Victoria kissed him last week, right? She obviously, because he seems to be so ruthless in business, the way that he's being portrayed, Victoria finds that extremely attractive.
Yeah.
So she's probably, I'm wondering if they're going to.
Say what I wanted to say. I'm not going to say the wrong thing. So Victoria,
listen,
they into the black guys now.
I think that they're into men they can somewhat manipulate, because, like, even with Abby and Chance, Abby manipulated Chance with a lot of scenarios. And with Victoria, I just hope Nate walks out. I don't want to lose Nate, because you know what happens to all of Victoria men? They magically disappear after a year and a half.
Yeah, I know, right?
Crazy. And the only stable relationship that she had is with Billy, even if he's just a baby father. But poor Nate. I don't want to lose poor Nate. But she's one of the women on this show who can never manage to keep a man for 30 plus years.
Well, listen, Bree, she's not the only one. Lily is too.
Well, Lily was able to stay in her marriage. How many marriages has Victoria had now?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
She can get a man, she just can't keep one.
Right. What's your thoughts, Nana?
I'll be sick of everybody by the time the stories is over with. But Victoria is dangerous. I'm telling you now, Victoria is dangerous. She is every bit of her father's daughter. She will crush Nate like he never existed.
I know.
And I don't know why he's so trusting. You can't be trusting no Victoria. She is a businesswoman in all sense of words. And she's a Newman.
Well, here's the other thing too, is that he already had his taste of how the Newmans operate when he lost his medical license the first time. When he was dating Abby. You know, and then you turn around and get right back in the mix with the Newmans all over again. It's just okay, Nate.
that money, those checks must be incredible. He was like, you know what, let me go back again. It's more than my salary at the hospital.
And poor Audra, she, you know, I mean, what's Nate? Ain't that Nate's girlfriend name? What's Nate?
Oh, Elena,
yeah. And I'm like, you know, she trying to warn him. He don't want to hear it. You know, he just, I'm going for it. You ain't gonna end up with nothing. Her either.
She might end up back with Devon again.
Ooh.
I mean, he is available.
You know what I heard?
No, she ain't going there. Abby got that on a lot.
Abby has never locked down no man. Not for too long.
But she got the son. But she has the baby. She has the son. So she got a little extra this time going for her.
She got a little extra, but Devon moves however he chooses to move, regardless of who he's with. The only one he was ever really faithful to was Hillary, believe it or not.
Who? You talking about Devon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like how that storyline went down with, and I know that Michelle Morgan had to leave because she's doing a whole different television show now, but I just
she on Chicago Med.
Yeah, she is, and I just don't like how they ended. I just don't.
You went from a lawyer to a doctor.
Yeah, I just don't like how they ended her storyline, though. You know, she walked in on the two of them. I'm like, oh my God, that was crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. She gave a good performance when she left.
Yes, she did. All right. So what do you think about this whole thing where Jack blasted Kyle for colluding with Victor?
Love that.
I loved every minute of it.
Loved it. Because you know good and well you don't go and betray your family for no doggone other company and your father's enemy.
Yeah.
And then he's standing up and stupid. I'm like, what in the world?
I agree with that to a point, but Jack's hands aren't clean either. He has betrayed his own family. He betrayed his own poor sister for a piece of the pie. He's no different. Now, it's only when it affects him when he's in control. But I honestly feel Kyle wouldn't have done that if he didn't feel that if he felt like he had the full respect of his father. I think he's always grew up seeing the relationship between Jack and Adam and kind of see how Jack has taken on more of a fatherly role than Victor ever has. And he has a love and respect for Adam, and it feels like Kyle was trying to chase that. So I think that's why he went along with it with Victor for this hatred towards Adam. I think he felt very jealous of that because it's that's pretty much Jack's son at this point. He's always had his back. He always looked out for him. Yeah. I just don't see any other reason why Kyle would do that without being some sort of jealousy.
Yeah, you jealous.
What about?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What about Victor always had a closer relationship to Kyle than he did with Adam. You
Yeah,
know,
that's.
I'm just saying.
I feel
I'm just
Kyle
saying.
is just.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
I
ma'am.
said, oh, I'm sorry. I feel Kyle was just a chess piece to the bigger picture for Victor. He puts effort into the people that he wants to at that point in time. Like, that's why he's so invested now into what's going on with Nick and with Adam. He likes to keep people underneath his fold versus being like a father figure, being a father to his son. So I don't think he really cares too much what happens with Kyle. He cares to a very small extent. But Adam is his.
Are you there, Bree? Or did you mute yourself? Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Am I there?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like Victor has always been jealous of that relationship between Jack and Adam. Always.
Yeah, I agree.
And it bothers him more than any money that he wants to work underneath him. He wants to bring his son back just to see that he can have him underneath the fold. That's it.
It seems to me that Victor loves Adam more than he ever did Nicholas. Nicholas was always not the one that was, not like Victor. He was always more, laid back, cool, all the time that he wanted, he wants to be, in the family business. Every now and, he takes 5 or 10 years off and does his own thing, like running the bar. But, Adam was always, business savvy and, sharp and ruthless, like his daddy, him and Victoria.
You know what? Here's the interesting thing. I was excited when Jack offered him the CEO position over at Jabot. I'm like, yes, because Adam was just floating through time. Once he lost his job at Newman, Sally was over sniffing around Nicholas. He was just floating through time. Chelsea wasn't having really anything to do with him. So it kind of gave him a little bit of purpose. And when he quit on Friday, which I totally understand, he doesn't feel any drive to work there. The Abbotts don't want him there. I see, he quit, but now where does that lead him? Right back to Victor? That's crazy to me.
I hope not. I once again, another rich person having the need to work underneath somebody. I never understood that, but that was the smartest decision.
Okay, hold on, Duran. Hold on. Go ahead, Bree.
I thought that was the smartest decision. I feel like out of all of his kids, he is the most like Victor. I think I said last week, this is why Victoria is so jealous and so have all this pent up anger towards Adam, because he is everything that she wishes she could be underneath Victor.
Right. Exactly. What about you, Nana? What are your thoughts?
I feel pretty much the same. Adam is the most like Victor, but Victor can't stop hurting him. He already don't have his mother. You got to fight against 3 siblings, your siblings, and then your daddy too. Come on now, give him some love. Give him some.
And sometimes Nick.
And sometimes Nick. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Duran, let her finish. Duran, she was still talking. Go ahead. What did you finish up, Nana?
And I'm like, where's the love for him? Victor knows that he's the most like him as well. You give him the piece, then you give it to Victoria. You give him a piece, then here comes Victoria. Give him something of his own. You have enough. Give him something of his own where he don't never have to cross paths with her.
Right.
Or answer to her.
Exactly. All right, Duran, what you got on that whole thing with Victor and Adam?
And sometimes, Nick, you write about the three siblings and his dad, and sometimes Nikki. Because Nikki is always, Nikki is supposed to be the mother is supposed to be the glue of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, even if you're a step, I'm sorry to say this, even if you're a stepmom, you're supposed to be the glue. And Nikki doesn't seem like she wants Adam or, don't mind everything that Victor is doing to Adam,
Mm-hmm.
That's why Adam is like who he is,
Exactly.
And I don't blame him.
Exactly.
And how come he doesn't, how come he ain't, if he quit, won't he just go over there to, I don't know, McCall Unlimited?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or cancel the embassy? Or dang, I did even Chancellor Winston.
Well, I will say that I don't think he would get too far with Lily and Jill, and and Devon. I don't think that'll work. But Tucker, he could possibly. I would think that Adam has some money. I mean, he's not a broke guy. So why not either start your own business or throw his hat in the ring over that thing with Tucker?
You know what? When he said that, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Nana.
When he said that about Tucker Cole, that very well could be why Victor's trying to take over that company. He may give that piece to Adam.
Right, I did hear that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Ashley's coming back in the fold, though.
Say that again.
But Ashley's coming back in the fold, and she is very wealthy herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows where most of the bones are buried with Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that. I was just I said my thing is I want him to do his own thing. I don't want him to be part of the Newmans. He kind of got a little bit of something with that job at Jabot, and then of course the writer screwed that up. But give him something where it's his own. He can make his own decisions, because I don't care if Adam is over at this new Tucker division that they're trying to create, or at Newman Media. Victoria don't want him there. She's the CEO over all of it.
Yes.
And if she tries to undermine Adam, it's just going to be a vicious cycle. And I don't understand why Victor don't see that. Victoria don't want him there.
He'll talk to Adam. He'll talk to Nick and me about how Adam come back and how he want him to treat him.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't check that Victoria. He won't check that one.
Mm-mm.
And she's the prize.
Yeah, because every time, Adam was the same guy that helped her marry Ashlyn Locke, trying to keep that Gaines guy out of the picture, trying to keep Billy away from the wedding. He gave up a kidney to Nick's daughter, saved Nick out of a tornado that could have cost him his freedom. He also saved Faith once again when she was, and it's like, do y'all give this guy any credit?
Nope. No. Just keep on stomping.
What about the time?
The who? Duran, what did you say? I don't know. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. What were you saying?
Okay. What about the time he saved Nick from getting his leg almost amputated in that bear trap?
Oh, I forgot about that.
All he does is give.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Adam gonna. As much as people say, "Oh, I don't like Adam," I'm like, Adam has done more good than any of his, than any of his three other siblings.
Exactly.
He done more good than any of his other three siblings. And minus Ivy. Abby just Abby just asked. I like Abby, but damn.
Listen, I want to go back to something because Jenna Corsentino just mentioned this. What are you guys' thoughts about Diane going after Phyllis's job?
Oh my God. I could have slapped the purity, I don't know what out of her. And then her son saying that you finagling for her job?
Yeah.
She's a snake in the grass. She's a snake in the grass. But Phyllis gonna come out on top. I don't care how crazy they got Phyllis looking. She's gonna come out on top.
What do you think? What's your thoughts, Bree?
Diane?
Yeah, about Diane trying to go after Phyllis' job.
Here's the question: what was Diane ever good at on the show? Wasn't she a model?
Well, originally, yeah, she was an architect originally. So I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, and then that's why she tried to sell Kyle on the fact of her knowing architecture and design to take over Marquette Home, which was Phyllis's old job.
I guess. I mean, apparently you can just have any sort of employment background and you're hired. I need to apply. But I think it's going to get underneath Phyllis's. I honestly feel that once she finds out Jack and Diane are together, I feel that actually might pull her off because she knows she can't do anything after that point. I honestly.
Uh-oh. Are you there?
You cut off.
You cut off. Are you muted or maybe signal?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was saying that I think when she finds out that Sally is pregnant with Nick's baby, with possibly Nick's baby, I think she might throw her energy into that. But Phyllis is rich. She shouldn't be that invested into it. Mm-hmm. Plus, it's going to blow up in Diane's face. I feel something's going to come up. I honestly feel Jeremy's about to come out of jail.
I think they dropped the ball with that storyline because my thing is, Jack committed larceny. Whether he was going to put it back, you snuck into somebody else's property, stole jewelry just to set somebody up to get them sent back to jail. I mean, that whole thing is a fraud. And they just let it go. And Nikki just let it go. Nikki just let it go. She was just like, oh, well, I guess we didn't want the Stark guy here. And then they moved on from the storyline. What were you about to say, Duran?
Wasn't that breaking and entering?
Yeah.
Wasn't that breaking and entering in Grand Theft Auto? Grand Theft. And I guess you can say larceny because I guess you can say larceny because anyway, that's a 10-year sentence. He committed 3 felonies right there.
Okay, so Jenna just posted a spoiler alert that Victor is going to free Jeremy Stark and he's coming after Jack and Diane. Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's gonna be. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they need to take Diane down. I'm not for the Jack part, but they need to take Diane down. I'm sick of her. It's enough of her. I remember a time back they said, "What characters would we like to see come back?" Mm-hmm. And I believe Diane must have got the most votes because she's back. And see, we've got to be careful what we ask for. But then that's what keeps the stories going. So we want excitement. Mm-hmm. She's doing her job.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious to know who was on that list.
So then, okay, Brooklyn Rayner has an interesting point. She says Diane will take Adam's job with the quickness. So there's another co-CEO position available. Do you think that she'll try to go after that?
So she might get the job over for son, that would.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, she did sleep her way all the way up to the top.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am. She did.
but enough for a CEO position, I guess.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
That's fast.
And then the other part that happened this week was the whole thing with Mariah and Tessa. I guess they thought the baby was about to be born, and it was Braxton Hicks instead. And then Tessa is kind of questioning whether she's ready for motherhood.
Well, she already filled out the paperwork. Now I mean, I would say like that's a genuine. I feel that's a very genuine storyline. There's going to be people who are going to have second thoughts about being a parent, so they're actually a parent. I think that that's a natural thing. I don't hold anything against her when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm surprised that they really wanted to have a baby after they just got married. It's not even a year, right?
Right. I don't think it's been a year. They got married last summer, I think.
Yeah, and doesn't she have like a whole music career and on tour
well, see, that's the interesting thing, because remember they gave her that whole throat nodule storyline, and she had surgery and she couldn't sing and she couldn't go on tour, and then of course then they started talking about trying to extend the family. So I don't know what the writers are doing with this particular storyline, but it was a false alarm this week with the baby situation. So, what's your thoughts, Nana?
I don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
Mariah and Tessa, they seem to be. I wish that Mariah go back to work and Tessa go back to singing. That's what I wish. and I mean, baby, okay.
Who? Huh? Mariah works at Jabot. She works at Jabot.
See, anybody can get hired at Jabot.
Just like anybody can get hired at Jabot.
Well, listen, girl, listen. If you can hire Nate to be a businessman when he was a doctor, and then who else kind of cross-trained? It was somebody else that cross-trained too. I forgot. I was just talking about this in one of my recaps. Who was it? I just forgot. I don't know. I guess it'll come back to me. Oh yeah, one other thing we need to talk about is that whole thing with Jill, because Jill had got Sally her job back, or got a presentation was able to be presented. And then Jill went in on Devon with Lily about, look, you signed a contract. Get over yourself. This isn't the Devon show. That's what she said.
She got a lot of nerve. I can't believe. I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I can't wait for they get there. I can't wait for Devon to just finally buy the whole company, buy everything, buy all the shares of the company, be sole CEO of Chancellor Winston. Don't have to answer to nobody.
What's your thoughts, Brooke?
It's wrong because he built that company with his dad.
That's right.
And he built that company with Neil.
Mm-hmm.
And Catherine is his grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And when you want to buy, I understand why he feels that way. Because that's, I always felt that once you build something of your own, that's yours. Even though it's a company, even if it's just a store, it's, you know, it's yours. That's yours. You should have 100%, you know, you should have 100% say so, final say so about whatever is going on in your company.
Right, I understand. And what's your thoughts, Bree?
You guys, at least in the comment section, you guys know my disdain for Lily.
You said your disdain?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of disdain for Lily. This is one of the main ones who was cross-trained from being a model and then going to being like an assistant, then she was a mom, then she was a housewife, then she went to be a criminal, and then she magically landed a CEO or COO position.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen a woman in so much desperation to break up a relationship with her brother. Single-handedly. Just leave it alone. Like, why do you want this job? You have no stake either which way. You're just an employee with a good salary. They both get
the You're absolutely right.
I want to take it back even further.
Go ahead, Nana.
Jill has always thought the money should have went to her when Chancellor died.
Mm-hmm.
Once he signed that contract, she saw a way to take over what she felt should have been hers the whole time. That's why she's so bent on it's a contract. It's not about a contract with Jill. It's controlling the money that she felt shouldn't have never gone to the bond, but should have went to her. Mm-hmm. Jill has always had a problem with Chancellor, with Miss Chancellor. And I just wish he hadn't signed that contract. Lily, she just a dummy. She don't know nothing about no business. She just going along with all of it. She don't know nothing about no business. She don't have the depth of business that the bond has. That's for sure.
Yeah, only thing I'm questioning, don't they have board of directors already? So with Jill making the decision to bring Audra in, which was a mole, and then with Nate becoming a mole for Newman, why would you want the issue is the IPO situation. They want to still go public right after they already been sabotaged not once but twice. You know what I'm saying? And so Devon is just not comfortable with the fact of the direction of where the company is going. And I'm surprised that the board of directors, if there's, and I know this is soap world, we don't even know if they have anything. But I would think that they would look at that and be like, well, I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, we just got through having 2 internal traders within 6 months, maybe less than that. So why would you still want to try to take this company public right now? They just merged last year. You know, so I don't know. But at the same time, here's the flip side. And Jenna mentioned this in the comment section, is that he still signed the contract. So, you know, if he was to go to court, the court could enforce the fact, well, I know how you feel and I know you're upset, but you signed on the dotted line. So he's kind of stuck.
Well, we also.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second, Bree. Is anybody sitting in front of like a fan or is it wind or something? Because it sounds like a wind tunnel on the recording. Anybody sitting in front of like the wind or air, or is it windy where you guys are? Oh, I can really hear it now. Okay. All right, go ahead. Now that's better. I don't hear any background. Okay, go ahead, Bree.
Oh, I was going to say, with the right amount of money, you can buy those judges. I would hope he would have enough sense to do that and get himself out of this. I mean, you're a whole billionaire. Be ruthless.
What you say? Look, what you say? Pull a Bill Spencer?
Yeah, full of Bill Spencer, full of Victor Newman. You got all of this money. They can work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Full of, be full of Bill Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, take the company public, but buy all the shares. You know, buy all the shares.
Yeah.
Bill Spencer would do that. Victor Newman would do that, and then I don't know, maybe go and buy your father's company to get him out of debt. You know, that's what I would do.
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe they'll figure out something. I'm curious to see how they're going to move forward with this whole thing, but whether or not Devon is going to go ahead and try to take this thing to court, or whether or not he's just going to concede and just go ahead with Chancellor Winters. I don't know.
Why don't he do what Abby suggested to do? Build your own, start all over.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of work though, because of the fact that now you're starting from scratch. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
Were you about to say something, Bree? Oh, go ahead. Bree, were you?
I don't know why he would listen to Abby. Who listens to Abby? Her own family doesn't even listen to her.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Jenna. You have to ask, what's the point of the story? Brooklyn says Jill seemed to forget that Devon gave her money back then. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, let me see.
I think Catherine gave him like $3 billion or something like
It
that.
was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's before we move on to the Bold and the Beautiful, I want to make sure you guys, if that you're in on the YouTube side, make sure you hit that like button. Let the algorithm know that you're enjoying the content. So hit that like button, please, 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 pretty please, if you're enjoying all of this. Also, too, if you want merch, the link is there on the ticker that's going across the bottom of the screen. You can also follow us on Instagram. I post daily over there, little clips, little fun stuff behind the scenes. I follow a lot of the cast, and anything that they do with traveling or anything going on in their lives, I also post it on IG as well. So you can follow us over at CBS Soap Dish Recap on IG. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to move over to the Bold and the Beautiful for the week of February 6th through the 10th. And it's okay. So here's what we have for this week. Deacon asked Sheila to leave Bill for Deacon. Brooke doused Taylor with cold water, then asked Taylor to move in with her. Thomas and Hope agreed to go to court and let Douglas decide whom he should live with. They were stunned when Douglas chose Steffy. So let's start with the whole Deacon and Bill thing. Deacon and Sheila, I should say. Sheila is going to get herself in some hot water.
I mean, has she ever been out of hot water? That is the story of her life.
I know, right?
It's amazing the transition that they put Sheila in as part of the storyline. She's in Brooke's position.
Yeah.
She is wanted by two men. She came up, she got all this money. I saw the cute outfit that she had on Friday and hair done, makeup. I mean, she's looking very fresh. And she got two men with money wanting her, fresh out of prison.
Right.
Unscathed.
Exactly.
She is one of the MVPs. Douglas is MVP for February Sweeps, but she's one of the MVPs of this year for this show.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I just could not believe that both Bill and Deacon are pining over her, so much so that Deacon is willing to kind of weaken her relationship with his daughter over this woman. Hold on one second. Do you all hear that background noise?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from. I don't think it's you, Nana. Hey, Duran, can you hear me? I don't know if he walked away from the phone. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's really, really. Duran.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you do me a favor and drop out and come back in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see if that's it. I'm still hearing it.
It might be like turning it down. Can you hear like rattling, or what does this sound like?
It sounds like a buzzing sound.
Now I don't hear it.
You don't hear it?
Oh yeah, it came back. I'm gonna drop out and come back in too.
Okay. Okay, Bree, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh gosh. Okay, then it must have been Nana then, because well, no, not now. I still hear it. Maybe I don't know what that is. No.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you, Duran. I don't know. That's weird. I've never had that happen on the podcast side. I know on the YouTube side, you guys aren't hearing it. It's on the podcast side. So it's not you guys on the YouTube side. So you guys are fine. Don't worry about it. The music is in the background. That's background music on the YouTube side. Yeah. So, okay. Let me do this. You guys, I'm going to send you a new link, Duran and Bree.
Okay.
And then you guys can jump back in, okay? Okay, I'll send you another link, so stay tuned. And just make sure you go over to the YouTube side so you can catch that link, okay? All right. Okay. All right, guys. Can you hear me at YouTube? You guys are great. You're fine. All you listen to is background music. So if you hear the music, it's background music. That's all that is. Okay, so we're going to try to get them to chime back in. I'm going to send them a new link because I don't know what was going on with the podcast platform, that we were getting all that, and that's not good. It's disturbing. Hold on. Okay, so, all right. Let me drop this here. Okay. All right, you guys. Jenna, try to see if you can click on the new link to see if you can get in, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna keep talking until somebody chime in. But yeah, that whole thing with Deacon and Sheila is gonna end up back in jail because Bill is not gonna be tolerant of her sneaking around trying to go see Deacon. And then staying up in his house telling him how much she loves him. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Bree?
Hello.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So I was just talking about Sheila and Deacon. I honestly think Sheila is going to end up shooting herself in the foot. She ends up back in jail possibly, because if Bill finds out what she's doing, oh yeah, he's going to be pissed off. Her sneaking off the Deacons and stuff like that. What do you think?
I mean, she can't lose. How many more toes is she going to lose?
I know, right?
I honestly think it won't phase him. If anything, I think that might challenge Bill to get a one-up on Deacon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it's going to. I think it's just going to create more of a love triangle. I think he's going to fight more for Sheila versus just conceding to Deacon.
Okay.
I think he's going to be a little bit more ruthless as far as going about it.
Okay.
But I'm into it. But stay tuned for that. I'm surprised Brooke is single. Single and none of these other men want her.
Mm-hmm. What the interesting thing is, the way that the storyline is being written, Brooke is just not interested in. She says that she wants to do the choosing because that was that conversation she had with Taylor. And she's like, I want to be the one to do the choosing. I don't really need to have a man in my life. I'm comfortable. So they're kind of putting Brooke to the side and kind of giving the spotlight to Sheila, like you said.
Mm-hmm. And I'm here for it. I love it. I like I said, she cleans up really, really nice when she got a man with some money and is somewhat invested in her. So good for her. Good for her.
I will say that I honestly like the chemistry more with Deacon and Sheila. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You agree with that? Is that Nana?
Mm-hmm. I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I do too. I do too. I do too.
Yeah,
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, I like them two together. They're fun, they're exciting, they can be a little sexy with each other. Bill, it just seems with Bill and Sheila, it just seems transactional. You know what I'm saying?
I heard spoiler alert that Sheila poisoned the sword necklace or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why you be seeing him sometimes. That's why she told him never ever take off your necklace. After when she got busted by Bates, after Bill, that's why she told him never take off the necklace. It's like a poison.
Really? Where did you see that?
I heard that. I saw that on. I saw that on I forgot what website.
Okay.
But it's like on YouTube. It's like on Celeb. I think it's on Celeb Digital. I mean,
Okay.
Hold on.
Jenna.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Welcome.
Well, hi, darling. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, you have been chiming in my comment section on live and on the videos for months.
I feel like we're BFFs.
I know. You and your comments like, where's the video? Where's Young and the Restless? I'm like, oh, Jenna keeps me in check. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's great to be with all of y'all today. This is really fun.
Yes, we might have to do this more often with Keisha and Trish, so where we can have you guys.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you guys were able to hop on. So yeah, what do you think about the whole Sheila and Deacon thing?
Look, this is the hardest I have ever had to work to watch this show. I'm not kidding. This Sheila thing and this Brooke thing with Taylor and all of this is just so good. This is like being in the Twilight Zone. It's like Bill is trying to make us think that, crazy is normal now. And we are living in a world where everybody's crazy and it's normal. I mean, who would have ever thought that Sheila would be dressing up like Lady of the Manor and be in love with Deacon and Bill Spencer of all people? I mean, on this earth, you could have picked any. But my big question, y'all, we don't talk about this, but I'm dying to know, because I know Bill always leaves out chapters of his stories or we don't know where they are. But this is my thing. Where did Deacon get the money to fly to Italy, go meet some mafia guy, bring back a whole bunch of money, buy the restaurant, and open up a pizza joint? I can't figure it out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, they left that whole piece of the storyline out.
Whole chapter of the story just out there somewhere.
I don't. Jenna, you got YouTube on in the background?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to turn it off.
Okay. Hey, so Bree.
I would have loved to have known that that storyline.
To me, that would have been a real interesting story. You know, like the background of how did he get I mean, you know, I'm over here thinking with my crazy head, maybe he's done got some mafia money somewhere and now he's going to bring the mafia to LA. I mean, you know, what the hell else would he be going to Italy for? Where did he get the money to do that? The guy was living in a broom closet.
You're right.
Oh my God. Nana, what do you think about what Jenna said?
I agree with Jenna. He was living in the broom closet. Where the money come from? I'm trying to think in my mind when she was saying that. Sheila, I remember Sheila saying to him once before, "Did I have all the money that we can need?"
Yeah, but where?
But I don't know where Sheila would even gotten the money from.
I'm telling y'all, we missing a chapter of this story. Now, I don't know what happened to Bill. Maybe he fell asleep while he was writing, but something is wrong here.
Yeah, that whole thing is crazy. You know, after the whole CPS, after the November sweeps with the CPS call and everything, everything, the bottom just fell out.
Yeah, well, you know why? I think I wrote you that too when we were talking about this before. The thing is, the writers were going in a whole different direction. They had us going in a whole different direction since January of last year. Bell didn't like the direction, so he jumped in the middle of the whole damn thing and changed it all around, and none of it made a lick of sense.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And a lick of sense then.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he don't know how to get himself out of this mess.
No, You know, I mean,
are you talking about Santa Grandma kissing Santa Claus storyline?
But no, that was past that one. We talking about the whole thing with him reviving Thomas. Thomas was supposed to be redeemed and getting on his show and doing his action, and all of a sudden now Thomas goes berserk again over some knife peeling a damn apple, with Brooke going berserk in his house, and then everything changes from there. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden Thomas is just up and crazy again. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I was not happy about that. Why would you spend all that time? Why would you spend all that time? Hold on one second. Why would you spend all that time cleaning up that character, redeeming that character, and then only to crash and burn that character all over again? The guy can't get his kid. He has no job. He can't step foot into Forrester, and then Steffy turned her back on him pretty much, except for yesterday.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
What did you think about that, Bree?
That all just happened overnight.
What do you think about that, Bree?
Someone has to be the Adam of the show. My thing is, Steffy is a huge hypocrite when it comes to the situation with Thomas. She has been scheming for years. 4 years. And with Thomas's character, I don't feel he's always been bad. I feel he has done stupid stuff, but so has Brooke's son Rick. He's done stupid stuff. He was able to run a company and have jobs. But my thing is, how long are you guys going to let Thomas just sit on the sidelines? You guys need a designer. The reviews are in. Her designs are good. Unless Steffi's going to get her sketch pad and doodle some dresses. What's hope?
Y'all don't even want to know. Y'all don't even want to know what I think of that story.
What do you think, Nana, about the whole thing?
I'm always in Thomas' corner. I try to be. I know it gets be kind of hard sometimes, but they do need to bring him back. I wrote some time ago, if you don't have your family, then who do you have? And yes, he messed up. I mean, they got to be used to it. They mess up too. They might not mess up to his extreme, but they do. Let him come. He don't have to come in the office. He can sketch from home. You need his help. Because Eric's sure too old to do it.
Yeah, and Zende obviously is not cutting it.
Me and Eric together are not cutting it.
Right.
No.
What?
And he don't know what he's doing.
He helped Zende along, but he ain't cutting it either.
Nope, said he can't do it. He young.
Yeah.
He's just a natural talent. I tell y'all something right there. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
I was so pissed off when they fired him because all I could think about, y'all, was that, and I don't know if y'all were watching back then or not, but if y'all remember way back there when Eric was caught at the no-tell motel with Dummer and Stephanie walked in and he was naked up on the windowsill in the hotel on the 4th floor with the paparazzi just taking pictures of him holding this thing.
Wow.
Wasn't that the same hotel that he was sleeping with Quinn with in like 2015?
That was different. But he was doing the back street at the racket club on that one. That was a whole different thing. But this was in the no-tell motel. And the man was out on the ledge where the whole city could see him buck naked. And they didn't fire him.
That's crazy. You guys are funny.
What about my opinion on them firing Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that was a little bit too harsh because, like you said in I think you said this in a recap video. The board of directors is the board of hypocrites.
Right.
You got entanglements, and you got secret entanglements. You got wife sleeping with son sleeping with father's wife, and then you got Steffy who killed Steffy killed what's that girl? Killed the whole first cousin, Allie, or whatever. And then you got Hope. And then you got Hope over here.
Uh-oh. Did you mute yourself? Uh-oh.
It was just a round table of hypocrites. That's all it was. It was just simply a round table of hypocrites.
They fired Thomas because Brooke said that she was gonna call because he was cutting the apple. because they fired Thomas because he was cutting the apple and she started to call the CBS on him when he cutting the apple for his son. That's a dumb, I'm just saying, that's a dumb storyline. That's a dumb storyline to be punching people.
Yeah, that whole thing is a hot mess. I mean, I just didn't. Everybody that sat around that table was a bunch of hypocrites because the thing is, everybody did something at that table. I mean, I know I keep bringing up the vat of acid, and I know some people think it is a mistake, but excuse me, it's still a vat. What'd you say?
I agree with you. Brooke pushing him over a cliff. I mean, she didn't get nothing. Brooke just pushed the boy over a cliff.
I know. I mean, between that, the vat of acid, then gaslighting the little boy Douglas to keep that whole secret about Deacon kissing. I mean, it's just crazy. But then you want to hold up the mirror of accountability to Thomas only.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all what really got to me about that story was old Eric himself. I was so mad at that old man. Look, all because it was Brooke. He just goes berserk over Brooke. I mean, the old man is in love with Brooke, and they need to just all sit down and face the facts. He's been carrying the torch for her for years. It was like she was some kind of god he violated. And I thought to myself, idiot. You should have been here. Somebody should have been there to see what she did to Thomas. Nobody talks about that.
Mm-hmm. You're right. What you got? Go ahead. What you got, Bree?
When it comes, I feel Brooke is the biggest hypocrite that came from out of the board of directors. I mean, her biggest scandal is her daughter and how she came about. and I've seen some people forgetting that. But I feel that Brooke needs to understand her husband broke up that marriage. It had nothing to do with Thomas. Steffy has grown Stephanie has grown so much at Brooke and Ridge to it ain't even funny. She's done far worse than that CBS call. And they were still together. Her husband wasted no time following an annulment and going right to another woman. And now they're out yet another CEO and another designer because two women decided to leave this man and he had to go on his whole sabbatical because no woman wants him at his age. But he has Thomas who has the skill set that they need. And not only that, he's also an owner. He shouldn't have to go through hoops to walk into a building that he owns as well as Steffy.
Right.
As well as the other one. So it's very hypocritical. As far as Eric, I can understand why he might have an opinion, but to oust his grandson, that was stupid. So
let me just ask I just ask one question. It was Porter who went to them and told them whenever, this goes back a bit though, whenever Eric said he wanted to divorce Quinn, Carter walked in and told him then, she brings in more money with her jewelry line. It's actually carrying us right now. All right. He goes to the no-tell motel with Donna and plays football. And he loses Quinn. Think about this. He's losing millions of dollars losing Quinn. So they bring back hope for the future, thinking that that's going to pick up the slack. What ding-dong idiot would sit in a boardroom and cut his own nose off to spite his face over Brooke? You think a designer who is making you millions of dollars in the middle of the fact that he's just the biggest hit in retail these days, which is not exactly their forte. And now he's going to end up losing millions more. What kind of businessman is Eric?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing with the CEO, Steffi is hardly in the office occasionally. And then Ridge is in, he's been gone. And then
she's too home doing Finn.
Say it again.
She's too busy at home doing Finn to go to work.
Oh my God. Y'all crazy. Wait a minute. Duran, I can hardly hear you. Say that again.
I said, don't Steffy have a lingerie line too?
I thought Brooke had a. What happened to Brooke's bedroom line?
She got too old.
Oh my God. Okay, let's get back to the storyline. So, because we had just got through talking about Deacon and Sheila. So, what about this whole thing with Taylor writing down her confession? She takes some pills. She sleep. Brooke comes by. Of course, the door is unlocked, and doused her with cold water, and then asked Taylor to move in with her. Okay, so we're gonna do this one at a time. Go ahead, Nana. You go first.
I don't know where they really going with the with the Brooke and Taylor piece.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we developing another same-sex relationship or what we doing. I don't think, I don't understand, I don't buy that they're that close over both of them talking about, deciding, we're going to let Ridge just hang out there. I'm confused. I'm really confused. And then you're going to ask ask Taylor to move in your house. She ain't your BFF. You've hated this woman from years from what I've been watching on the stories. And I'm just confused.
Okay. All right, what you got, Jenna?
I agree with her. I'm totally confused. I don't know if they did this so that Belle could showcase the Sheila story and put her back on the back burner. I can't figure it out either, because sooner or later, Rich is going to come back. And nobody knows where this is headed or what this is about. And frankly, I don't like it. I'm not even interested. I mean, it never occurred to me that they would become lesbians on the show. But, I mean, not these two women. That just doesn't fit. But what bothers me about it is that you don't just become BFFs with somebody overnight. This was another thing with Bill when he changed all that story around. He had to have some reason for Ridge to leave the show. But this really was not the reason, and he shouldn't have gone there.
Right. I mean, the interesting thing about... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Look, I feel ripped off because we never saw Ridge apologize to Taylor for what he did to her.
True.
And there she is hanging out there. What we just supposed to believe? He called her on the phone and said, "I'm so sorry I left you at the altar and treated you like shit." I mean, come on.
All right, what you got, Duran?
I mean, I felt that Taylor making the confession. If she wants to confess, let her confess. I mean, I believe that Brooke is not going. They're not going to put her in jail. But as far as her and Brooke is, Brooke and Taylor falling in love with each other, I'm up. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. But as far as Brooke and Taylor falling in love with each other, nah, they've been mortal enemies for the last 35 years. I mean, over 30 years,
Right.
I understand why it's so confusing, because I find the whole storyline, I find the whole show very, very confusing at times. I find the whole show confusing. And it's very, very confusing because these two been mortal enemies for the last 30 plus years. And now they're pretending to be, friends.
Yeah, I don't understand where they're going with this thing. I mean, from what I understand, it seems like that I don't think they're going down the route of, unless they were trying to chem test them at first. But I honestly think that this have to eventually end. And when Riz come back, and there's rumors that he's coming back with a woman, that's probably going to throw the two of them off. Or if he does come back single, it's going to start up that triangle all over again. I don't just see them I don't know. I mean, because remember, Taylor still don't know that Brooke and Ridge kissed at Christmas.
That's right.
Since you so BFFs, y'all are kumbaya BFF. Why didn't you tell her that you kissed Ridge at Christmas time?
Something else nobody's talking about in this too is the fact that Lee was also being blackmailed, and she's not even in this story.
Yeah, that's true.
All crazy, but where's Lee? Does Lee even know she was being blackmailed? I mean, did anybody ever tell her?
Yeah, they told her like 2 or 3 weeks ago, Steffy and Finn, because she was going to confess, remember? And then Finn had said, "Well, you can't because you're part of the blackmail too." Yeah, that was
all of this. I mean, we don't even see it. It's like, what? It ain't bothering her at all. Here's poor Taylor having a nervous breakdown. I mean, come on. This is worse than doing all this stuff to Thomas. It's like Belle just has a thing here about Thomas and Taylor. I don't know what his problem is, but I'm getting over it.
I know, right?
Belle is Belle always make the Logan Always make the Logans into heroes. He don't never make it seem like they're the bad guys when we all know it's true. It's true. They're the bad guys.
The trouble.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, and then that whole scene was pretty interesting because I was like, why are they making her write down that confession? Is this supposed to
Stupid. Was that supposed to freak us all out or something? That's supposed to make us watch the next day. I mean, it was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brooke walks in and pours water all over. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're making it look like she OD'd or something. I don't know. It was crazy. What's your thoughts?
I start thinking Bell is stringing us along because he don't know what he's doing. I'm telling you.
Was that you, Nana? Oh, sorry, Nana. Was that you?
No.
Okay.
But he needs to go in there and hide with a fan.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fix it for him. We'll fix it up real good.
I agree with you.
All right. Now, what do you guys think about this other part of this week with the whole custody battle?
Out of nowhere, that just fell right out the.
I know. What's your thoughts on it, Bree?
Oh my goodness! I'm so proud of Douglas. He said he's tired of them both. I'm tired of that cabin. I'm living with two rich people. We can't get into a bigger house. I'm tired of my daddy acting crazy over this woman. He ain't paying no attention to me. I'm going from house to house to this to this. He said, Steffy, please take me. Take me away from all this. He said, Steffy, if you would have me, I'll be a good little boy. I'll help take care of Kelly. I'll help take care of Kay. I like Finn. He a whole doctor. Let me stay here, please.
Oh my goodness.
Good.
Go ahead.
I think with Steffy, she had his back.
Mm-hmm.
She had his back when it mattered the most to stand up to her brother.
Mm-hmm.
Which Douglas was scared. But Steffy told him, I'll handle it. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
And he see that he can trust her. And he see that she'll have his back. And she's going to start showing up, stand up to his father if he acts the fool.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. What you got, Duran?
The little dude, the actress, I don't know the guy's actor. That child actor,
Henry Samiri. Yeah, Henry Samiri.
Yeah, Henry Samiri or whatever. That dude deserved an Emmy on that one. Because it was so believable when he said that. Because it's a crime shame that Hope and Liam is raising their daughter in a hunting cabin. And when don't Brooke have like 5 acres?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, she has a big enough property where Hope and Liam could build their own house and Brooke don't mind. Brooke could build a house on Brooke's property, Brooke's property.
Mm-hmm.
But and I felt like Douglas deserved everything. He was the actor of the week to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that guy, props up to him, man. I really like that. Because that was, I believe him. Within 6 months, he was living in a cabin to living in a big mansion with his dad and granddad and great granddad and Donald. Here and there.
Yeah, gotcha.
To back to a cabin again.
All right, what you got, Jenna?
Well, I agree with everybody. I think, but there is one component to this y'all are leaving out, and that's Liam. I really think that Douglas has been turned off of Liam for quite a while. And I think you could see, we had two scenes that showed us this was coming. Whenever Liam went to pick up Douglas that day when he was staying with Finn and Steffy, he didn't look like he wanted to go home with him.
Right.
And then we see Thomas visiting his son, and they giving him the side eye and all these bad looks. And Douglas is pretty smart. He saw all of that. And I think Douglas wants to be with his dad. He doesn't quite trust him yet, but he doesn't want to be in a position where he could be cut off from his dad.
Right.
He knows that Lee can't stand his father. He knows that there's something going on there between Hope and his daddy. He's little, but he knows he can trust his Aunt Steffi, and he knows if he's there, he can see his father. He don't have to live with him.
Mm-hmm.
He trusts her to make sure that he can spend the right amount of time with his dad if he wants to, and be supervised doing it within his own family.
Right.
And I agree with the guy just a minute ago who said he spent his time with his father and his grandfather. He found out who he really is. And I think that's one of the reasons he chose Steffy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that. And you know what I did? I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday. I put out a poll about where should he, before the actual episode aired yesterday. I said, where should Douglas go? Should he stay with Hope and Liam? Should he go with Steffi, or should he go with the Forresters? Overwhelmingly, a lot of them said, or people that answered the poll, was that he should stay with Hope and Liam, which I was shocked by that, actually.
Well, I wasn't shocked by that. I feel like a lot of people, there's a lot of Hope and Liam support. There's a lot of Hope supporters. Let me say that. Let's take Liam out of the equation. There's a lot of Hope supporters, and being the fact that they never change her character, they feel that she would be a good fit for him. But I think Douglas is well aware of the fact there's a lot of chaos over with his mom. He has to deal with her husband, which he doesn't like. He has to deal with Hope's mother, which brings a lot of drama and a lot of stuff. He's dealt with more drama since Caroline passed than any other kid I've seen on the show.
Right.
The Logans and the Forresters, and he wanted to just be Switzerland. He wanted just to take a break, and he chose his Aunt Steffi because it's just safer. He knows that it's still family. He kind of controlled the scenario a little bit, but I think he just got tired of Hope too in the process.
Yeah, that's possible. I agree with that. I just think, especially
the day before, Letitia, did you see the show the day before this? I think it was Thursday.
Uh-huh.
The way she was talking to him about wanting to live with them. Did you see? That just made me sick.
So yeah, I did. And the way that she sat him down after Thomas left and said, hey, if you had to make a decision on where you would like to live, wouldn't you want to continue to stay here with me and Liam? And of course, Douglas said yes. But I think when he actually got into that room, he saw her, Liam, Steffi, and Thomas. He's probably right. He looked at this like the only easy scenario is just to choose neither. And I don't blame him.
She was so smug. This is the one time I actually seen Hope was acting like her mother. Very smug, so sure of herself. Like, he's just gonna come over here. We don't have to jump Thomas hoops anymore. He's gonna make the best decision. And then we see and go to the courtroom. That face crack was everything. Bravo, Douglas. I was so proud of that young man.
Steffi think?
I didn't hear you say that again.
What y'all think Steffi is going to think about all this. She was caught by total surprise.
I mean, honestly, because remember the judge said that this is a final decision and whoever is the choice, they have to have all legal responsibility. So this is technically Steffi becoming another parent, actually.
She'll be like a guardian.
Say
What Ben going to say?
What'd you say?
And what is Ben going to say?
Yeah, I don't think Finn ain't gonna say nothing. Finn go along with anything Steffi wants. Listen,
Totally easy, honey.
Yeah, see, and I know you guys probably heard of the term simp. I leave that specifically. I leave that specifically for Finn, Nicholas, and Liam.
All Steffi's got to do is put on that garter belt, honey. He'll follow her anywhere.
Exactly.
Liam ain't a stuff. He just what's the thing? What thing I like to call a womanizer?
Oh, what?
Womanizer.
Oh, okay.
He's a womanizer.
Oh, you think so?
That he don't. That means that he go through. That means that if he is with somebody, he trying to get with that other person. Liam ain't a simp. He just a womanizer.
Oh, Liam. I thought you said.
I'm a huge Liam fan.
Okay.
But
well, he sure
I don't like his way. You know, I mean, you got a wife. Here we go. You had a wife. You know, you had 3 wives, and you cheated with Steffy more. You cheated with Steffy like 20 or 30 times. Then you cheated on Steffy. Then you got married to Steffy. You cheated on her with Hope, and then turns out that you was having twin babies within 3 months of each other. Babies within 3 months of each other.
What were you about to say, Jenna?
He's Reg Jr.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
pitiful.
And why doesn't I always felt like Scott Clifton deserved more? He deserved an actual good storyline. The last good storyline is when he, when Quint, when he had got that concussion on the plane. When he got that concussion on the plane and thought that he was like 500 years old. when Leo and Quinn was, I ain't gonna.
Yeah, let's not go there. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah.
They was together. Why I found them in that sun cabin.
Right. Go ahead. Who was that talking, Jenna or Bree or?
Thomas should have left him in prison.
Yeah, probably should have. The interesting thing about this whole thing with how also they're treating Thomas, Liam shouldn't have nothing to say, especially when Thomas was the one that helped him get out of staying in prison.
Right.
You know, I mean, that whole situation with him running over Vinny and then Bill trying to hide it and throw away evidence and all of that. Thomas could have let them rot in prison.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all all missing a real wild card in this. I read this in a spoiler the other day. It was like a spoiler speculation, but it makes perfect sense. If they want to get Bill, Steffi's got she's got Bill in the palm of her hand because she owns Justin. Justin knows where everybody is buried that belongs to Bill Spencer.
Yeah.
All they need to do is resurrect him and just let him out and let him do his thing. Because he don't like Bill anyway. After everything Bill did to him, I don't know what they're waiting on. Because he is the one that can free them all of Sheila.
Yeah, that is true.
We supposed to not remember that, Gina. we We just going along with the program. We don't supposed to be overthinking and thinking.
Right. That would be just too much like right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard several people actually say that why don't they just go get Justin? Justin has all of the information on Bill.
Well, y'all, he was in the helicopter when Bill pushed Ridge into the Pacific Ocean from the helicopter.
Exactly.
Where it's at.
Exactly. But you see the writers try to clean that up by having Bill go over his transgressions. Remember all those flashbacks they gave us a couple weeks ago? They thought they were slick by him trying to take accountability by saying, oh, I've done bad things too, and I can't judge Sheila. Yeah, but that was still attempted murder.
Yeah, and ain't nobody him in jail for it. Ain't nobody blackmailing him for it. I mean, Rich could come back and sit him down. And let me tell y'all something else. That little judge, that is Rich's friend. And the only reason that Bill got to blackmail him is because Ridge had called in a favor from this judge to help him get Flo off for stupid Brooke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Bill knew about this judge, and he went and blackmailed the judge.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what happened.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. That's crazy. They just need to go ahead and bring Justin back. But again, that's too much like right. That's just too easy, and we got to deal with Sheila being in the trunk.
I don't even thought of it.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, why all these other pieces that they could have used to really make this really good? You know what I mean?
Right.
But they just don't do it. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. But yeah, Steffy, honestly, I'm wondering what is she, you guys think she's gonna be like okay?
I got a point. I mean, she's not work. She's barely at work. She's already at home with her husband. I mean, they taking care of the kids. She has a wonderful sense of a husband who will just go along to get along. He's just so happy to be alive. But honestly, I think she wants to help out her brother. I think she's going to say yes, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I think she's going to wait to see if Thomas's actions get better over time. And I think she's going to help him get full custody because she never liked the fact that he even gave Hope any form of custody of Douglas.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't see her trying to pass that responsibility to a Logan. Not necessarily Hope, but to a Logan. So I think she's going to try to maneuver some things to help out her brother. She says she's going to look out for him. She's got his back. Despite the fact that they had issues with the whole CBS call and Ridge and Taylor thing, they always have each other's back. And I always respected that. So I think she's going to maneuver away, maybe even Thomas live with them. I don't know. And try to help him be a father to his child. I don't think she's going to take on the responsibility of Douglas full time for years to come. That's not happening. But for like 6 months to a year, I can see that happening until Thomas gets his stuff together.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think that this situation will bring a divide between Brooke and Taylor?
No. They go team up on this.
Say it again. I didn't hear you guys.
Adding the spoilers.
What about the spoilers?
They're saying that they're going to team up on this. They just want what's best for Thomas. Now, that's too weird, but that's what they're going to do.
Okay, gotcha.
They want what's best for Douglas is what I think. Yeah. And Douglas is a Foster. He's not no Logan. That's where he should be.
Yeah. I don't think it's really going to phase them at all. I mean, at least they won't have nothing else to fight about. Like, hey, he's with a reliable parent who's stable, who has a household, she has a husband. I mean, what else could they fight about to say, like, Douglas should go here, Douglas should go there. Douglas is fine being with Steffy. Yes. Like, there's nothing for either of them to fight about. Um,
Yeah.
and plus, I don't want them to ruin their friendship either.
Yeah, I'm just glad that he's actually with family, because that was the conversation for so many years. He has all his family, but he has to live with hope that even if he wasn't going to live with Thomas, he still had great grandparents. He had grandparents. He has aunts. Well, in this case, Steffy or whatever. And it's like, why is he over there? And so,
Liam family too.
yeah, they're cousins. They're cousins. Yeah. That's true. They're cousins.
But there's cousins, but he's not his dad.
Right.
And I think also Douglas witnessed how Liam rolls when it comes to women just in general. And he was like, nah, this ain't it. I love the interactions that he had with Liam, and Douglas is usually paying him no mind. He's just dealing with Liam because he loves Hope. I don't think he cares about Liam at all. But I think him with Steffy is the best solution for right now. But I think this is just to help Thomas out in the long run getting full custody of his son.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that's it exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really truly agree with that.
Precious little boy asking her if she would take him. How could she say no to that?
Exactly. Exactly. In the comments on YouTube, Mary says somehow Thomas is going to be Sheila's downfall. That way he can be rehabilitated. Do you think they can work Thomas into that Sheila story?
They could.
I thought they were going to do that when I saw the spoiler thing that they were going to put Bill and Thomas colluding together or something like that. I thought they were going to do like a business takeover. That's the only way I could see Thomas fitting into Bill and Sheila's storyline. Otherwise, I don't really see that.
Okay, gotcha.
Y'all know what I'd love to see? I'd like to see Thomas force all their hands and file a wrongful termination suit against Forrester because he is a stockholder. They really can't just up and fire him for no reason. What he did was personal and had nothing to do with that business.
Right.
And it's been long enough now that they all know they're going to suffer financially over this. And if I were Thomas, I'd sue him for wrongful termination. I'd win. I'd take the money. I'd make them settle with me. And I'd go open up my own fashion house and become their competitor.
Yep. I agree with you. I mean, and then take and hopefully he got rights to all of his designs that he created for hope for the future.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yep. I honestly that's a good plot line. Maybe you need to write for him.
Yeah. Told you, hire some of the fans. We'll get it straight.
Exactly. I mean, because some of this stuff is like, what were y'all thinking when y'all wrote it?
Well, it's like they're waking up in a different world every day. The left hand don't know what the right hand's doing with the writers. And Bill steps into the middle of what they're trying to do, and he messes up everything they do. I mean, after last year, all bets are off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is my husband still writing for the show? Carter, is he still writing for the show? Because I remember when he got first put on as a writer, he made sure he was in every scene, in every storyline. He made sure he wrote his way into every bit, and now I don't see him do too much.
Yeah, that's interesting.
KKL was writing for some of it too at one point.
Yeah, yeah, she was. She was. I don't think he's. If he is, I can't tell because he's hardly in scenes, except when he's kissing all over Katie. And that whole. Yeah, and that whole.
Everybody that was that infatuated all the time. I mean, the next woman that rose along, he just falls flat head over heels over.
Yeah, and I mean that whole thing with Katie talking about, oh, let me go save my ex. If I was Carter, I'd be like, look, you need to figure out what you want to do. You want to save your ex, or you want to be over here?
I agree, Letitia. I'm tired of him always getting the shaft by these women and him falling for them all like just some doe-eyed child. I mean, he needs to get over it.
That's his own fault, though. That's his own fault. He loved to be the community chess piece.
Wait a minute. Wait. You said community what?
The community chess.
Oh my gosh.
This is so much fun.
Oh, you guys are too funny. You said community chess piece?
He is the community chess piece.
What? Okay.
He is the community chess piece of The Bold and the Beautiful, which was originally held by Liam, but Carter just decided to go ahead and take the torch. All of these women decided to fall for him, and he just was there with open arms, married, single. It didn't matter to this man. That is the community chess piece until Liam decides to screw up and cheat on Hope again.
Oh.
He's kind of a default guy.
He is. Brooklyn. Brooklyn.
That's still my husband. That's still my husband.
Shirt on all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn says, I think Ridge returns with Denise Richards. I heard that, but I don't know if that's true.
I hope so. I hope so.
You want them to bring
well, if he
Shauna.
returns with any woman, it's all going to be a joke.
Well, listen, that would definitely trigger Brooke because Brooke couldn't stand Shauna. You know, so would that start a whole new sidebar argument with Brooke and Shauna since she's not arguing with Taylor anymore?
Well, then what would we be thinking if he comes back with a woman? He ain't been working out nothing. He's just doing his same old thing.
Right.
Yeah. Ridge, he can't go a heartbeat without being underneath the woman. Underneath the woman. and that's the character who needs a break from relationships. I think the only break that he had was when Ron Moss had transitioned out of the show and then we got Thorsten. That was the only time Ridge had a break from a woman that we know of. And that's when on a whole sabbatical because two women had knocked his whole ego down and he don't know what to do with himself. It would be nice if he came back with Shauna. Because I know people wanted him to come back with Quinn, but I want Quinn to kind of come back on her own and go back with Bill. But that's a whole other tangent.
Oh my God, I would love Quinn with Bill. Oh, girl.
Now you talking about
Go ahead.
that would be something to watch.
Listen, you remember that scene, and I know we've talked about it on the show before, but that scene with Quinn and Bill over at where Steffy was living, and Liam walked up in that room, and it looked like a tornado had hit it.
You really think they were into the whips and chains or what?
Oh my God. I don't understand why they never actually kind of pursued that storyline with Quinn and Bill. They would have been awesome together.
Yes.
They still can. They just need to just hire another actress to play Quinn.
Yeah, but they gotta be.
Because Quinn is Quinn. They ain't gonna be no. I mean, it's gonna be hard to replace her.
Yeah, Rena Sofer. Yeah, Rena Sofer is gonna be. They need to find somebody with that same fire that Rena Sofer bought.
It's not impossible. I mean, they've replaced Thomas how many times? There's been 30 Thomases that at least been on this show.
Listen, now you know the current Thomas is nothing like the previous Thomases.
That's true.
Oh well.
Just like the current summer on The Young and the Restless is nothing like Hunter King.
Amen.
She sure is.
Yeah,
this
so
is by far the best Thomas.
Yeah. Hey, what do you guys think if they could have crossed over and hooked Thomas to work with Adam? Could you imagine the two of them working together?
Oh, too crazy.
They both would. They could share coffee together. They would talk about how they're the butt of all of the jokes between their families, how they've been used and abused by their families. and can never seem to get ahead. They have so much in
common. I would love. What'd you say?
Both of them are they're both very smart. Very smart.
Okay, so what do you think about Victoria going up against Steffy as CEO?
Oh, Jesus. Oh. That would be a match to watch.
Yeah. That would be good. Yeah, see, and those are some of the things when they do these crossovers, I think they can really make it epic by putting very polarizing characters head to head with each other. Like if you had Steffi go up, they found out that Newman did something to undermine them in business, and Steffi is like, "Oh no, they didn't," and then come after Victoria, and Victoria's like, "Oh no, this is only business, Miss Forrester," whatever. It would be great.
I think it would. There's a lot of crossover stories that I think would really work well for them if they would do them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be so much fun.
The only one that I want is Sheila. If they're bringing back Lucy, bring back Sheila over there. I want to see a Phyllis and Sheila face off.
I wouldn't mind them.
Last time Sheila was on the show, she had Phyllis's face. Now y'all remember that,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where she got the last little bit of plastic surgery from, but the last time we saw her, she had Phyllis's face.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I would have liked to see it if they brought Daisy back and she ends up over on Bold and Finn gets to meet his sister.
That could be a real thing. I mean, well, Thomas would need a new girlfriend, so that would work out.
Oh, wow. What if they did put Daisy with Thomas? Oh, that would be crazy.
Didn't we read? We read in the spoilers that Belle was on soaps, I think, saying that he's bringing back a lot of old characters this year, and we're going to be seeing. I mean, he always says this stuff, and then it never happens. But I mean, this is what he's saying now, so they ain't no telling who's coming back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, you guys, this is so much fun. We got to do our last two segments, our flip the script segment and who's taking a seat this week. So you guys on the podcast side with me, you guys know how to do that one, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So for those that are listening, for the flip the script segment, if there's a particular scene or storyline this week that you wish you could change, that's how we flip the script. So I'm going to let you guys go one by one. Nana, you want to go first?
I guess.
Okay, so what scene would you change for the Young and the Restless this week?
Anything with that Diane. I do not like that Diane.
Okay.
I'm tired of her with that doggone. I'm just tired of her. I don't want her with Jack. I just don't want her.
Okay. And then what about with Bold?
I don't see too much changing with the Bold. Sheila not going nowhere.
Okay.
I love the fact that Thomas is with Steffy. I wouldn't change anything there. Not for me.
Okay. All right. What you got, Jenna, for Young and the Restless?
Well, I'll tell you what. We were promised in the spoilers a confrontation between Summer and Diane.
Yeah, we were, weren't we?
And we didn't get that. Now, I think what they decided to do was put Diane with Kyle to ask for Phyllis's job. Oh, and if I had to flip that script, I would have wanted to see that hussy up in the office with Summer, rubbing it in her face that she thinks she is qualified for her mama's job. That's how I would have flipped that. And then I would have liked to see Summer just go right into her.
I heard that. Go ahead, Jenna. Now, what about Bold?
Bold is hard to say. If I were going to flip a switch there, I guess I would say that I would have preferred to have a little bit more backstory on why Thomas up and all of a sudden came up with some drawn up papers to force this kid to make a decision. I think if I were going to flip that, I would have liked to have seen more backstory about that first.
Okay. Okay. All right. What you got, Bree?
Let's see. For flip the script, I actually would feel like if Ashley were to buy those companies, but to be petty, I feel that she would let Audra run them.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. That was different.
So the two women Tucker's wives would just get one over on them. But for Bold and the Beautiful, I think if we were to flip the script, I feel like Hope and Thomas would want to show that they can kind of work together. So I think Hope would hire Thomas on. They work together. They work to some agreement, and maybe that's how they come into a relationship. That's the only thing I can think of. And try to get Douglas back into that fold as a whole family versus as two single parent households.
Okay, gotcha. And Duran, do you have a flip the script for the show this week?
Oh.
Well, I'll let you. I'll go, and then I'll let you think.
I'm sorry. I like everything what you ladies recommended.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
I totally agree with everything.
Okay, gotcha. So if I had to flip the script for The Young and the Restless for this particular week, it would have been that whole situation with Kyle and Jack. He did get into his butt, but I would have also set a firmer boundary. You know what? Next time you come over here and try to conduct business on this side of the world, you're going to be blocked. Yeah, I mean, serious. You work for Marchetti. I understand that you're part of the family, but you work for Marchetti. You left the CEO position. Go over there. You had no business working with Victor. I'm sorry. So, and then on, huh?
I fired him.
And then on
the days leave.
Gotcha. And then on the Bold and the Beautiful, if I had to flip the script, it would have been Taylor saying, "Don't you ever throw no water on me. Next time I'm gonna punch you."
Boy, oh boy.
Now, I mean, seriously, the girl was asleep. You could hear her breathing. She probably had a pulse. If you shook her enough, she would have woke up. But you threw water on a sleeping person. You could have gave that girl a heart attack.
She didn't mean no harm, though. She really
thought
when she read that note that she tried to commit suicide.
Well, once I woke up, it'd be like, "Don't you ever do that again? Don't do that." All right, we taking seats now. So, Bree, who you got taking seats on The Young and the Restless?
Oh goodness! The main one who needed a seat this week was Chloe.
Chloe.
I'm gonna need her to take a seat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need her to take a seat. I'm gonna need her to take the whole furniture store or take an airplane seat with my husband all the way over on Days of Our Lives.
Wow. All right, who you got taking a seat for Bold? Bree? Can you?
For the Bold and Beautiful, I'm gonna say Hope because she got on this tangent. She was very much like her mother this whole week. Well, for that particular episode, she thought she can say a few words and finesse her way into getting the result that she wants. So I'm gonna need for starting next week to take a whole back seat with that whole face crack and just revel in the fact that you can never see that you'll never be able to get your way. This kid was always running you and running the show.
Exactly. Okay. What you got, Jenna?
I think Kyle should take a seat. I love Kyle. Kyle needs a long rest there.
Mm-hmm.
He would be my one I want to take a seat.
And then who on Bold?
It's hard to say. I think they all want to take a seat on that show. Which one on want to take a seat. I guess I agree with Hope. No, I think Hope would be one I would want to see take a seat. I think she's been after that little thing I saw her do Thursday. I just was over her.
Gotcha. Okay, what you got, Duran? Who's taking a seat on the Young and the Restless?
I would say Jill.
Jill.
No. Jill and Lily.
Oh, and Lily. Okay.
I got two. Jill and Lily. For what they are doing to the bond, just give him his company back.
Yeah. Well, I know Jenna don't agree with that. He signed a contract.
Yeah.
And then
it's not that I don't agree. It's just that I don't like his tactics. It's not that I don't agree with y'all. I think that he should have his company, but he should have thought of that before he signed on the dotted line. Now, this is the second time he has reneged on his contracts. If you in a business and a corporation especially, we talking a Fortune 500 company here. We ain't talking mom and pops down the street, okay? When you merge with a company that large, you don't become your own company anymore. Even if he gets his company back, it's going to be devalued now.
No.
And I just feel like when you sign a contract and you merge and you make a conscious decision, you have to honor that. That's just life in the corporate world. If you don't, people won't trust you in business. Gotcha. And then he turned around and did the same thing to Abby. When he signed a contract with Abby, he reneged on that contract. Devon just can't have the world his way. He has to understand that you learn from your mistakes. If Jill does anything in this, and this has nothing to do with Lily. I know a lot of people don't like Lily. I don't even see Lily in this anymore. What I see is Jill needing to teach Devon a lesson about how to be in business. He's had it his way a long time with his little business. But this is corporate business, and there is a huge difference. If you are going to sign a contract, you honor that contract. And going forward, if he wants to be in business and hold this company as a shrine to his father, who's going to trust him if he can't honor a contract?
Right. That makes sense. Okay. Duran, what was your take a seat for bold? Duran? Are you there?
Lordy, I hope I didn't run Duran off.
No.
What's, yeah, what's your take a seat for bold?
I absolutely agree with Jenna. Everybody on Bold and Beautiful just needs to sit down. I mean, the show don't hit the rails. The show don't hit the rails. Right now, you managed to kill your show, man.
Wow. All right, what you got, Nana, for Young and the Restless?
Chloe, most definitely.
Okay.
B&B. She just need to take a seat.
Okay, and what you got for Bold?
On Bold and the Beautiful. I don't know who on the Bold and I guess on the Bold and Beautiful, like everybody else say, the whole crew.
You said the whole crew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for my take a seat for the Young and the Restless is going to be Sally, Chloe, Nick. I need to throw him in there too. Kyle, and who else? Phyllis.
Diane.
Oh, and Diane. Yeah, give us that whole section. They'll get a whole section. And then for the Bold and the Beautiful, for me to take a seat, I gotta honestly say Brooke. I mean, Brooke and Hope. That's me for this week. What'd you say?
That's good. I agree.
Yeah, Brooke and Hope. I mean, this whole I understand that that Taylor's struggling with. Just go ahead and confess and get it over with. I mean, if it's bothering you that much, stop letting Steffy. I might as well throw Taylor. You go take a seat too. You know, I mean, stop letting Steffy tell you what to do. Steffy dictates her parents. You know, and so as much as Taylor's like, I'm struggling with this, I can't deal with this, maybe I need to confess, blah blah blah. Steffi's like, no, no, no. And it's like, and now the girl's, she's struggling, she's taking the pills. Brooke is trying to save her. Steffi even tracked down Brooke to try to help her this week. It's just like, yeah, it's just crazy to me. But there are some seats in the comments. So Eyes Only said, I'll say Douglas told Hope and Thomas to take a seat. That's a good one. Ron Julian said Brad Bell needs to take a seat.
That's a good one.
Ron Julian also said on The Young and the Restless, Nate need to take a seat alongside Josh Griffin. And Helena says Jill need to take a seat because Chancellor was not traded publicly. Okay, so yeah, that's all that we had on that. Guys, we had a great time. We actually did 2.5 hours.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I have really enjoyed it today.
Yes, yeah, and you know what? I'll talk.
Thanks for the invite.
Oh, no problem.
Exactly. Thank you.
And then what I'll do is I'll get a chance to chat with Trish and Keisha to see maybe we can incorporate a couple of you guys next time with us.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. So. All right.
Y'all will learn to staple my mouth though, because I talk over everybody.
Listen.
I love your accent, Gina. I love your accent.
How funny.
Okay, so before you go, what state are you guys from?
I'm from Louisiana.
Okay, gotcha.
Maryland.
Wait a minute, who said Maryland?
Nana Ray for the Baltimore Ravens. Did you always say Nana Rob?
Uh-huh.
It's Nana Ray.
Nana Rave. I'm sorry. My apologies.
I'm from Arkansas.
Arkansas. Okay, and where you from, Bree?
I am in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, yeah, and so I'm in Illinois. Keisha is in Ohio, and Trish is in Texas.
She's in Texas.
Yep, she's a Texan.
Well, I'm from way down in the south up here, honey.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, you guys. So we had a great show. I enjoyed all of you guests. Stay tuned for the spoilers for the week of the 13th through the 20th. And I will say, I think we dropped a couple of spoilers in today when we were talking, but I will say Liam is going to be pissed next week over this whole decision.
And look, y'all, I'm not Stark. He's coming back.
Who?
I told you, I'm not kidding about Jeremy Stark. Victor is the thing that Victor's going to do. If he's going to let us all know that Jeremy didn't steal the necklace, Jeremy's going to get to go free. He's coming back after Jack and Diane.
Yep, that's going to be good.
Victor is just going to sit back and let that happen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, you guys, stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram. Thank you guys.
Saturday and your weekend.
And also, you guys, hit the like button on the way out, and also follow us over on Instagram. Who called my name, Jenna?
I did. I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did you say that Thursday and Friday you didn't post recaps on 1 and R?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't want to think I was crazy. I looked everywhere, so I couldn't find it.
Hey, listen, before you guys go, I'm showing a lot of interest. I see a lot of interest in bold, whereas the views on my Young and the Restless recaps are extremely low. So I want to know if you guys only want bold recaps, or do you want both?
No, I like them both.
You want them both? Okay.
Let me tell you, Thursday was a big day on 1 and R.
Okay.
And it would have been great for you to have recaps because that's when Diane decided to go after Kyle Phyllis's job. And if people are following that story, that's going to be big.
Yeah, well, I'll try to, get the word out if you know other fans that enjoy this type of these two shows. Bring them over, send them the links, share the links, things like that, because the viewership is very low when it comes to Young and the Restless, but everybody is buzzing over Bold.
That leads me to another question.
Wait a minute, I can't hear you.
I know it's getting staticky. Did you think that viewership is low on Wide Or?
It was. It's just not picking up because of the storylines, because it had slacked off after November sweeps for Young and the Restless. Bold has bring.
When they let Jack get away with grand larceny, people were pissed.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So I'll keep doing both. I just wanted to get a consensus because I can see the analytics on this side, and it's like, okay, is people liking Bold more than they like the Young and the Restless? So I'll
tell you, that makes no sense. You must have my crazy people out there. They like Bold.
Okay, gotcha. Say it again. Who was talking?
That's me. If they like Bold and the Beautiful, they must be nuts. Because I mean, that man is trying to make us think crazy as normal. People are watching it.
Right. Okay, well, I'll continue to do both. I'll let you guys enjoy your Saturday, and thank you guys for coming up as I was doing this solo. Keisha and Trish should be back next weekend, and also one more thing before you guys go. Would you prefer Friday nights or Saturday morning?
I really like Friday night.
I didn't hear you. One at a time. Let's say it again. Bree. Okay, Bree. Which one would you prefer, Friday or Saturday?
I'm good either which way. I like Friday night, so I'm good with that.
Okay, what about you, Jenna?
I love Friday. I will miss a lot. Oh, you said Jenna or Nana?
Jenna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I do. I think Friday night would be so much fun. We could have a glass of wine and just chit chat about it.
Okay. What about you, Duran? Friday or Saturday?
I'm fine with either one of them because I watch y'all all the time.
Okay, cool. And then what you got, Nana?
I would miss a lot of the Fridays because I'm so busy on Friday, so I prefer Saturday.
Okay.
I would try to get accustomed to Friday if that's the way you roll.
Okay. Because I know a lot when we did Friday last week, a lot of people were really excited about that. So
if you're aware,
yeah. So I'll try to figure it out. But I'll put it in the poll again and see what you guys think. So, all right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you guys on the recaps.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.